Hello, my name is Nicholas Fiesel, and I am currently taking Introduction to Communications. I've been assigned an advocacy speech I will share with you today where I will advocate for men's mental health. Have you ever been told to man up or boys don't cry? Seemingly innocent comments like that contribute to so much stigma around male mental health. I chose to talk about men's mental health because it simply isn't talked about enough. Most men feel like they shouldn't talk about their mental struggles because they think it will make them seem weak and have a fear of judgment from others. Even opening up to their doctors can be difficult because of the stigma. This happens more than you would think, and most likely there is a man in your life that is struggling with depression, anxiety, etc. You would have no idea. We need to openly talk about men's mental health. Suffering in silence isn't a safe or healthy option for the men in our lives. To give you another example of why men's mental health is something that's difficult to navigate is because men show signs of mental health illnesses differently than women in ways you wouldn't think would relate to things like depression. As a man who has had struggles with my mental health, I can 100% relate to this, and it is a terrible feeling. So I encourage everyone to educate themselves on signs of depression, anxiety, and other common mental illnesses in men. Also, so you are able to help them battling it. So why is men's mental health awareness so important to me? From firsthand experience, I know what it's like to be a male in this society dealing with things like depression and anxiety. It can make you feel hopeless and trapped. Hopeless because on the side effects of the mental illness, trapped because you feel like a man there's no way out because of the idea that you should just tough it out and not be so sensitive. So knowing how it feels and knowing there is thousands, if not millions of men out there who are going through this and suffering drives me crazy and drives me to want to help make a change as well as raise awareness and normalize it. You might be wondering, what do I advocate for men's mental health? How should you advocate for men's mental health? Personally, when I was dealing with my mental health, being vulnerable was the first step and that helped me move towards getting help. So that being said, the first thing you need to do is let the men in your life know that you can be a safe place to talk to them and won't judge them for their feelings. Just normalize not only with them, with the one you are helping out, but in everyday life in general. The second thing you can do is always reach out and always check up on the men around you. Be there to hear them out with no judgment and be aware of their behavior. My last piece of advice would be to encourage them to get help if needed. This step is one of the hardest for men to take when you're dealing with mental problems. From my experience and many others, it can make a night and day difference and it's something that needs to be normalized as much as women seeking help is. Now what happens if no one advocates for men's mental health? Well, since there's already a stigma, it would just continue to get worse. More men will be affected, and the issue would keep getting swept under the rug further and further. To wrap things up, overall, I want everyone to understand the importance of men's mental health and illness stigma. Know how to identify someone struggling, how to help, and how to normalize it. So next time you see a man in your life showing signs of mental illness, you now have a clear understanding of what actions you should take and the importance of it.